Good morning, lovelies. Well, it's morning for me. It's about 9:30. It's so quiet. Yeah, I'm in the garden. I'm going to do a little bit in the garden today because, frankly, it's a mess. It looks awful. Sorry, excuse me. It's partly, where are we? It's the 24th of August. I think it's the 24th of August. So it's the tail end of the season. We've had drought. I mean, we haven't had proper decent rain since I think it's May. I mean, we've had spits and spots or drizzle, but nothing that's really got into the soil. So that, combined with the time of year that it is, it just means the garden is really tired. It's kind of on its last legs. In places it's keeled over. And surprisingly, because it's on my doorstep, I haven't actually spent a lot of time gardening. I mean, I did that big push in May and the beginning of June, but since then I'm out here to do watering and harvesting, and that's pretty much it. Watering, yes, I'm using the hose, but honestly it's been so dry. It's sort of like literally any water. So my washing up water, I have a jug by the sink, so if I'm running the tap to run it hot for a bowl of hot water, it runs a ton of cold first, so that goes into the jug. That then comes out to the garden. It's like literally, buckets in the shower, save water in the shower, bring that out here. Yeah, so the point is, the garden's looking really tired. It's looking an absolute mess. I have my lovely Sue bench to sort of fit in to my scheme, so I thought, what better, let's have a session this morning to just have a bit of a tidy up and have a bit of a cull of some plants. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Oh, I'll show you what I mean first. Yeah, I'll show you the garden and then we'll get stuck into the work. Right, yes, the brassicas are still recovering. I'm going to start looking out in the... I probably need to buy some Enviromesh, but in the meantime I'm going to look out for some old net cartons in the charity shops. So they can stay put for now. The two courgettes down here, I think the yellow one... Oh, I was going to say I think it stopped producing. Oh, but it's trying again. You know what? That can stay in. I'll leave it. I was thinking that might come out today. Also because I want to have a bit of space in this little section here to start making piles of rubbish for clearing this end. Never mind, it can stay. The green one, oh yeah, it's trying again. Okay, they can both stay, that's fine. Brassicas, oh, the jasmine cuttings. So it looks like, oh, that one's not too happy. That one has sprouted again. This is new foliage. That's a bit of new foliage. So I think... Oh, that one not. I think... Oh, and these couple over here have sprouted. So I think I should have jasmine plants for next year. Anyway, they're going to stay not doing anything with them for now. Oh, it starts to get messy. Right, the fennel. The fennel are bolting. I'm not surprised. It's been so warm and dry. I mean, it's just bone dry. So you can see, look, all the way up here. So I'm not going to get a bulb to eat, which is a shame. However, I will leave those because they are pretty and the seed heads are lovely. I don't know, so I'm going to have a little bit of a look up. I'm not sure if there are any, bits of wildlife that would like fennel seed. I'll have to check that out. But they'll stay anyway for me. My white pelargonium cuttings, there's 4 of them. That one looks okay. 3 of them look pretty done for. They were in water for ages. They weren't rooting. So I put them in the pots with some rooting powder, seaweed. Oh, I'll leave them for now, they're not in the way. This courgette plant, massive, it's taken over the patio. That is still producing. So that will stay. But you can see as well, look, all the weeding I need to do. This is all just sort of little annuals and bits that have come back. I haven't been able to quite get in there, so I've just left them for now. But that's going to be part of the plan to sort out. This is where I'm going to start taking stuff out. So the coco de Pampol, I've already started removing them. I'll check again today, but a lot of them are finished. That one at the back is my seed saver. You can see it's got the ribbon round it. Actually, they're virtually dry now for seed saving. I've also got some seed saving from other plants, just where I missed getting them in time. But yeah, I'm going to have a root through these today, and some can come out. Now, I was thinking, because I think these ones at the front are all finished, I've harvested. I was thinking that in these beds I would put my lettuce. But the lettuce, and it's wilted because I haven't watered now for a couple of days, it's all bolted. You can see it's all going to seed. And once it bolts and starts going to seed, it doesn't taste good. It's sort of, yeah, it just doesn't taste good. So that's all for the compost. But yeah, I'll start clearing out these old cocoa plants, and at the same time I'll start getting on with some weeding underneath. Obviously the tomatoes are doing great. Oh, this is the foxglove seedlings I pricked out. There's a whole row didn't do very well there, and there's one in that one, but otherwise, I don't think you saw this on camera, did you? Yeah, I pricked out the foxglove seedlings. I mean, they're so slow, but they're doing it. They're doing it. I mean, if I end up with 9 or 10, I think that will be enough for that little patch down in the shade garden. And look, the fact that they're going so slowly, it doesn't matter, because I've got all the work to do in the shade garden yet. Let me just get the stick out to remember dates. Oh, can we see? So I sowed the seed on the 11th of June, and then I pricked out on the 11th, coincidentally, of August. So these were only pricked out not quite a fortnight ago. Yeah, I'm really pleased with those. They were tiny, fiddly. I honestly thought nothing was happening. I think in a couple of these cells, yeah, like this one, I've got 2 in there. They were just so, and 2 in there, snuggled up. I thought, yeah, I'm just going to leave you together. You can grow on together. Anyway, so I'll move those out of the way, obviously, for when I come in here to work. But this is the big sort out today. So obviously, my beautiful bench is still sitting just there, and I do want to swing it around. So what I'm thinking is, I think with the squash in the bags, I think I've identified 2 which have not produced, and they're not going to now. It's too late for them to do anything now. Yeah, all fur coat, no knickers. So I've got and I've got my wall one. Should we have a little catch up on the wall squash? See how it's doing. Oh, you silly beggar. Look, rock solid in there. Yeah, so I think I can... Oh, it's not as much as I thought I'd be able to do today in terms of culling. I think we can lose 2 unproductive squash and some coco de Pampol that are finished. I want to swing the bench around. I want to bring it around over to here. Now, obviously, I'm not going to try and move the bags with tomatoes in because they're unwieldy and they weigh quite a bit, and I do not want to risk my harvest because it's coming thick and fast. We'll see. I tell you what, let's make a start. Oh, I'm just having an idea about... Yes, right, I'm thinking aloud. Where should we start? Let's make a start. Oh, because I wanted to empty these bags and tip them out in the shade garden. I could still probably do that next to the yellow courgette, behind the yellow courgette. Anyway, this ain't going to get the baby bath, is it? Let's just crack on and get stuck into doing something. And the sun's just coming around. Yay! I'm going to plonk myself there for the first bit of sun. I'm always thinking about the ergonomics of the work, and I think... Oh, it's 2 on there. I thought this cocoa's finished. I was going to say that in terms of ergonomics, the simplest thing to do will be to... Yeah, that one is done. Really tiny pod with 1 bean in, but it's precious. Yeah, get the cocos out first and just give myself... Oh, look how dry. Just give myself the room to... Oh, and a second pod. Precious. Yeah, then give myself the room to get underneath a bit better for weeding. Do it thoroughly. You know, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly. It's surprising. Oh, the cocoa down there is putting on another flower. Yeah, I was going to say, it's surprising how quickly these cocos have gone over. That's got a new flower on it too. Right, okay. Change of plan. Leave them in, weed around them. Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, it's my metal bin. It's surprising how quickly, oh my goodness. It's surprising how quickly they've gone over, or that I've harvested them. I'm just sort of trying to think back, and I think on the allotment I was generally harvesting them first week of September, going into September. I don't know if it's a combination of how dry it is here. I mean, we've had drought in London. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why, but yes, note to self. They're going to go quickly. Right, this is going to be really, really boring work. I'm not going to keep you here. I'm just going to start to make a start on this weeding, and then I've been thinking about with the squash what I can do with them. So join me back in a few minutes. Hopefully I'll have cleared this, cleared-ish it, and we'll get on. Right, well, that basket is all, what do we call them? Tomato prunings. So I've given all the tomatoes another pruning, which again, it just helps me to see what I've got, to see my spaces, and especially across the back, because there's a bit of ivy coming back that was hidden under, yeah, masses of tomato foliage. Also, just getting rid of particularly the lower foliage. Don't want the plants putting energy into that anymore. Obviously they need leaves to photosynthesize, but also it's just helping the sun get to the fruits and helping me see where I need to harvest. I've managed to weed this bed from here to the bush, most of it, but just right in the very back corner I couldn't quite reach to. So that'll have to wait until the tomatoes come out. And then I was about to start in here. So yeah, you can see this is what that looked like an hour ago. But I don't think I can properly reach into there. So again, that might just have to wait. But what I'm thinking now is, with these non-producing squash, yeah, should we have a little go at them? Yes. Right, well, this one... Oh no, hold on, let's... Before I start cutting, I'm going to be very, very clear. That, I think, is the wall squash. Double check, double check, double check. Yes, this is the wall squash. What I could do... Yeah, I'm just going to cut it back a little because it's not producing from there, so that can go. But let's not do any more there. This is the one that's not producing. again, chopping as I go. It can be tempting to just make a big pile of detritus and say I'm going to chop it at the end of my session, but the chances are by the end of your session you'll go, oh, can't be bothered, and you'll walk away. And it will still be there to do another day. So, if you can, chop as you go. And again, just chopping partly to increase the surface area of each piece, because that will help it all to compost down more quickly and get more into your bin. Okay, and then, oh, sorry little one, but if you're not doing anything, you're not earning your keep. Something I've mentioned previously from my allotment days is when you're taking plants out, we're deep in shade now, you can see it, can't you? When you're taking plants out in the autumn, take a moment to have a really good look at their roots. Some of them have snapped off as I was pulling it out. But yeah, having a look at the roots can help you kind of, well, just learn about the plant, but also you can see, you know, have they reached down for water? Is it a shallow root system? Is it a really deep root system? If it's a really deep root system, maybe I don't need to water quite as much. If it's a very shallow root system, maybe they need frequent watering. Maybe it's a shallow root system because you watered too frequently. But yeah, always have a little look at the roots of any plant you pull out. And you know what, that goes for weeds too. If you look at the roots of weeds, it can help to teach you, you know, how is this weed spreading? How deep do I need to go with my trowel to make sure I get every bit of the root out? Is it a root that's so long I need to go in with a fork, like a dandelion? Grr. Yeah. Be an observer. Be a scientist in your garden. Right, now this, bracing. Oh, this is going to go at the other end of the garden. It's not too heavy, considering that got an absolute soaking last night. It should be heavier. One would expect it to be heavier. Right, now, this one also, I think this is the bird bath one. It's all the way over here. But not doing anything, and it won't do anything now. I'm going to have, whoopla, I'm going to have fun and games in a moment as I try to move the wall one. I'm not going to try and take it out of the wall. Well, you'll see. Obviously, since I've been here, I'm learning all the time about my garden, my new garden. The soil in the bed, the actual soil is really sort of loose, quite sandy almost. So yeah, I will need to try to incorporate as much organic matter every autumn, every spring as I can. So this, herein lies a tail. This one that hasn't produced anything, I just wrecked the shape of it now. I stand here. Can you see it's almost the shape of the module that it was in? That one hasn't put roots out at all. I just don't think it was happy from the get-go. You see? Learn from your roots. Try and shake as much compost off. Doesn't matter if a bit of compost goes in because it's going in the compost bin, so it will all come out again. Now, can I swivel this one around? Oh, before I do, I'm going to try and swivel this into that space. Before I do, I'm going to get my trowel and just have a go at these weeds. Right, gently does it. Wall squash. See if oh, that's light as a feather too. Oh, they need a really good soaking. I can smudge it in next door. There we go, so it's still got plenty of light to get to it. Now the other two bags that I just emptied, as in took the plants out, chopped the plants up, I was going to empty them down by the yellow courgette. But I suddenly remembered something. There might be a couple of plants arriving in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to leave that compost in them because they'll do fine for what's coming. You'll have to wait and see. Okay, now, part of the reason for doing all of this today was, you know, just sort of a general tidy up, get back on it, make harvesting easier, more obvious, like say with the tomatoes. But it was also, the idea was I wanted to swing the bench around. Don't think I've got space whilst all the tomatoes are here, so it might just have to stay there until, well, it depends on the weather with the tomatoes. I mean, I've harvested tomatoes right into the middle of October before in London. They're quite sheltered and protected here, so it could be that they go on that long. Anyway, I will let the tomatoes finish doing their thing and then I'll move the bench, I think. But also, as I said, my friend Kate is coming to visit soon, so I might wait until she's here. If I decide to move it, I'll wait till she's here and she can she can earn her supper by helping me to move it because it's really heavy. Right, what's next? I have to look at my list. Goody goody. Well, that's enough for now of doing. It doesn't look like much, but that's 2 big full baskets full of chopped up material to go into the compost. Moving that back a bit. Really delighted. All weeded. It's all looking so much, it's all looking so much lovelier. Sweep the patio. And if you're going to do a job properly. So I have, in the end, done this side too. Yay! This courgette's been on a root march all summer. Fantastic. And now I'm going to pick a few more of my gigantes. Oh yeah, and a quick word on them. But yeah, I'm happy with that session today. That's, look, maybe 2.5 hours or so. I think I'm going to do another hour out here I think I'm going to do a bit more of chopping of waste material from down there. But yeah, like I said, if you're going to do a job, do it properly. And when I say properly, what I mean by that is, when you're weeding, don't just yank the green stuff off the top and go, oh, look, it's weeded. You need to get your trowel in, get your trowel in and under and get the roots out too. Otherwise, you haven't been weeding at all. You've just been prettifying for Instagram, and tomorrow it'll be just looking awful again. And that's what I was saying about with the roots as well. When you take things out, have a look at their roots, see how deep they go, so that every time you come to do your weeding in future, you'll remember just how far you need to get down with your trowel or your horry knife. Oh yeah, about the gigantes. Hang on a tick. Oh. Well, as the sun has come out and up this morning, it's getting warmer and warmer, so it's nice to sit in the shade for a second. Yes, this business of demi-sec, as I was explaining in the harvest video, I'll link that here now on the end or here. The reason I do it demi-sec, look, the bottom line is it's because it's faff free, both in terms of the harvest and more importantly in terms of cooking. So these I will pod. Beautiful. Gigantic by name, gigantic by as evidenced. So I'll pod them, they'll go straight into the freezer. And that means when I come to cook, I can either take them out the night before to defrost them in the fridge, or take them out the morning that I'm going to cook them for my dinner that night, let them defrost on the side, or if I've completely forgotten, just get them out just before I'm about to cook. I could steam them for 10 minutes to take the frost off and then chuck them into my stew. This is for Greek bean stew. Chuck them in. The point is, however I choose to use them, it's so much quicker than storing my produce dried. If I store them dried, they'd need an overnight soak, which means I need to be organised enough to think ahead about the cooking I might want to do tomorrow. Overnight soak, and then gigantes take an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes of boiling from dried to be able to begin to use them. And then you've got to do your cooking and add them in. So it's using dried. Look, dried is great. They store for ages and ages and ages. And as I used to have in London, row upon row upon row of them. As you go through the summer and you're harvesting and you miss a few, they go dry. Fine, I will store a few dried because I've missed them. But generally I want them demi-sec. So the pod's still green, they are, can you see, really fat in the pod. It just means I don't have to think about overnight soaks, and I certainly don't have to think about boiling for an hour and a half on the hob. And I know I've got my instant pot now, which I will be experimenting with as we get into the winter. That would reduce the cooking time, but until now I didn't have that. I just had a pan on the stove. Anyway, there we go. Right. I'm going to do a little bit more, I think, and then go and do the work that I've actually been avoiding by being in the garden all morning. All right, lovelies, I will see you all again really soon. Until then, please look after yourselves. Happy harvesting, happy weeding. It's always got to be done, hasn't it? I will see you all again before too long. Cheerio.